Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is a pick a card reading for how can I best flow through these changes. I was inspired to make this reading because I just feel a huge shift in the energy. I know that in my personal life, there have been a lot of changes lately, changes on changes on changes, and I know that there's more changes coming. And I've been traveling lately and just interacting with a lot of people and making new friends and also reconnecting with friends and realizing that so many people, regardless of like their background or like what age they are or where they come from and whatnot, are going through some huge major shifts right now. So maybe you are in a new line of work, maybe you have a new relationship, or there's a new baby being born. Maybe you've moved to a new location, or you've started a new field of study, or you're just in a major life transition. Whatever your situation, just go ahead and hold it in mind and just stay open, take some deep breaths and get grounded. And we're gonna go ahead and choose a card here. So you're gonna choose 1, 2, or 3. And if you're having trouble choosing, then make sure you take a deep breath and get centered. And you can hold up your fingers over the screen and you might feel your fingers tingle when you come across a certain card that resonates. You might see the number in your head. You might just feel in your gut intuitively, just pick a card. You can just pick one. But go ahead and follow the description below, and there will be timestamps. And if you want to, you can just fast forward to your card. So if you chose the first stack, how can you, wow, my gosh, this is intense. How can you best flow through these changes? So I feel like I was just hit with some insight. Those of you guys who chose this stack, of course there's been some death in your life. Now, this isn't a bad card, although it looks intense. It's talking about transformation, and it's right here in the middle of the whole spread. So I feel like that's something that's sticking out for you. It's something that's really important, is to remember that loss and death can actually lead to a huge transformation and growth in your life, like a butterfly effect, you know? So although what has happened here in this situation, yes, it's negative, and yes, you're going to have to mourn this and go through the grieving process. Maybe that's what you've been going through. But I think what's coming through as a message is to not, don't forget that this is a part of life. This is a really natural part of life. And the wheel of the year will turn, the cycle, life is a cycle, and it's gonna turn. And there are definitely brighter days ahead, and that's what this is talking about here. I feel like what's going on here is there's a lot of uncertainty. While you're going through this loss, there's a lot of uncertainty. I know exactly what this card means reversed. This is the Lynx, it's the Secret Keeper, it's talking about staying grounded, but it's reversed, so it's like you're having a hard time staying grounded and maybe worrying. And I've gotten this card reversed before when I've been overthinking things, and it's just natural when you're in a transition and a time of change, or when the old is falling away to make way for the new, to fear and to be worried. But this is a message saying that you can best flow through these changes by getting excited for what's next and staying optimistic, because this is a message that there is positive energy coming in here. And these changes and these things you had to let go of, they were for the best, and they're going to help you balance. So just stay strong. This is a part of the cycle in life where you're just balancing right now. And you might be able to look back at times in your life that were kind of similar to this and realize how you were able to utilize this time to do what you needed to do in order to come to balance and to come to peace. And that's what this channel is all about. I have this silly, I guess, catchphrase. I don't even know where it came from, but I just kind of made it up and went with it. Balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And if that's just coming to mind right now, because that's what you need to do to flow through these changes, is find your way to come to balance and come to peace. And life won't be so dull and gray. You won't be so numb. You won't be so depressed. You'll be able to, smell the roses and see the beautiful colors and be happy that you're here on this earth having this unique experience. And, really, if you're feeling lost right now in your life, just realize that your authenticity is enough. So I'm going to say that again. Your authenticity is enough. Just being who you are sometimes is all that is called of you. And right now, you might not really be knowing which way to go because like this, a lot of stuff has fallen away, but you know, you have this space now for new growth, and you get to plant whatever seed you want, and you get to take a step in the direction that's more authentic for you. So just think right now, you know, as you balance and as you make way to this new light, just start thinking about what direction you would want to go in. What's more authentic for you? Like, what is your heart and your soul craving? Like, how can you create that in your life? Start thinking that way. You do have a lot of control. You might feel out of control because of all these things you've lost, but you are really in control of your life. I mean, it's humbling when you realize that, but you're the creator of your life. And so use this time wisely, you know, start thinking about what you want to create. And if you can't do anything yet, at least you can visualize, you know, at least don't spend so much of your time worrying and visualizing, you know, negative outcomes. Put a little bit of energy into visualizing positive outcomes, you know, make some art that celebrates your visions and you know, make some, you know, lists and maps and decide, you know, what you're going to do and what the next step is. Quiet your mind, listen to your heart. It's like there's a part of you that really wants to move forward here. And so ultimately, you're going to be the one who creates this change that you desire. It's going to be you. And it's going to come through this period that you're in now. So just keep going. You're on the right path. That is a message that is coming through. This is really beautiful. I'm feeling really passionate about this. Any of you guys who chose this one, I'm feeling extra passionate about this because I've been going through this and I'm coming out of this actually. I've come out of it before. It's like this time where you have to let go of things in order to move forward, and it is a positive thing. You got to remember, like, look back at times where you've had this loss and remember the time afterward where, you know, you got to replace that energy with things that are going to move you forward, things that are much more in alignment for you. So just know, like, things that are a lot more in alignment for you, that's what's coming, and this is the time that's coming into your life. So I hope you embrace these changes and that you can flow through this, and I hope that this message helped you. All right, if you chose the second stack, let's see. Oh, wow. What's going on here? Okay. So, you can best flow through these changes by resting. I think that there is a lot of change on your horizon related to your career. And, you know, like the finished product, something you've been working on. And an essay is coming to mind. I feel like there's some students that are here who've been working really hard on essays or like, you know, thesis type things. That's kind of coming to mind. So, you know, they're saying you've been working so hard that you need to rest. And this card's reversed. And I don't know, I thought I cleaned out this deck and like, I didn't expect to see this reverse. So I know it's a huge message for you guys to really take heed here. This might help with these changes. It says that, I'm getting this information that like, there's this like series or sequence of events that needs to happen. And oh my gosh, I'm sorry, my parrot is screaming in the background. Those of you guys who are like loyal followers of mine will know that this happens sometimes. My parrot just gets so upset that I'm spending like a half hour away from her. Oh my gosh. She will survive. Anyways, I feel like there's like this moon cycle, like there's some events that need to happen before you can manifest these changes you're looking for. And I feel like the changes that you're manifesting are like in all areas of your life. Like your career is coming up here, and then like your love life is coming up here. So career, love life, obviously home is like, I'm feeling that vibe here. So big changes. If you chose this one, you know, you're in a group of people who are experiencing probably the biggest changes out of everyone. This is totally a different vibe than the last cards I pulled. And I'm feeling like you've just hustled really hard. And the message is that in order to flow through these changes, you're going to need to rest, because your hard work has produced fruit. Your hard work has produced fruit. And you can kind of back off now with the energy. Sometimes energy is so touchy. You know, I'm really starting to understand more about it. I don't really have a choice, like, you know, being clairvoyant and whatnot. I guess it's like my second language or something, or maybe my first, who knows. I guess I'll tell my story at some point here on the channel, but when I was little, I didn't have glasses until I was like 6 or 7, and I'm pretty much completely blind. I can't see my hand in front of my face. So like the way that I first experienced the world for like the first 6-7 years of my life was completely through energy and my intuition, and I think this is partly why my gifts are in this area are very developed. But I'm also a woman. I have a womb. So, you know, when you got that womb, you've got that sixth sense. And so maybe some of you guys who are watching this are tired because you've been having this awakening, or, you know, these gifts in you are growing. I know we are in like the age of Aquarius now and whatnot. Like, I'm starting to learn more about astrology. I don't know enough to really speak on it, you know. I'm purely just going off my intuition and what channels through these cards and stuff, but I am feeling like there's these big changes, and so you might be feeling this in your body, and it's like a lot of us have been pushed more because of this energy to produce and like to really go out and like be authentic, and I'm just feeling that vibe, and I know so many people I'm surrounded by are too. So it's like this period of your life, there's going to be a change related to all this energy you've put in, because what you put out, you know, you're going to get back. The universe is going to mirror to us what we are, and so, you know, you've been working very hard and diligently, and this is coming, and this is like an omen, you know. This reading, I guess, for you is like an omen. Be open here, but rest is okay. It's like maybe you've been worried that to back off here, but I feel like you've created enough momentum to where you can rest and back off a little. Now, so that's a way to prepare, you know, and that's a way to best move forward with these changes. Now, I'm also seeing that you need to be bold when it comes to love. So you can take this message however it resonates with you. You know, maybe there's someone you need to reach out to. Maybe in your current relationship, you need to take things to the next level. Maybe you need to put yourself out there in order to make these connections. Maybe you've been trying to manifest love, but, you know, maybe you're just waiting for it to come to you. And hey, sometimes it does. Sometimes it just hits you in the face out of nowhere. But sometimes you also have to put yourself out there to make this happen. So that's another message to help move forward with these changes. Like, you're being called to take action here to manifest this into your life. But in this area with your work and everything, I'm also seeing just rest. It's a really simple message. I hope that helps you. Alright, so how can you best flow through these changes? So, first of all, I see it's been a really emotional time for you. You know, maybe you've been kind of doing things to distract yourself from that, but yeah, there are these heavy emotions. This is usually related to like fear, maybe guilt, maybe anger, maybe a depression. And so it's like you worked hard though to pull yourself out of this and kind of stay above it, because the Kingfisher is all about being determined and staying above these emotional waters, because sometimes it's you're being called to balance. And oh, I love this deck so much. It's the Wildwood Tarot deck. You should definitely check it out. But it's taught me how to really like balance my logic and my emotion, because I'm super I'm just a very intuition person, intuition oriented, very emotional, and this deck has helped me like learn how to be more logical and how to balance that. And that's what this card is about. It's saying, like, you know, you can use your intuition to go forward, but you're going to have to pull yourself together, basically, and use your logic and your strength, because there's a new path coming. And I feel like you know this, you know, if you chose this card, you chose these, you're going to know, like, yeah, definitely I'm on a new path. Like, this is happening here. And they're saying this is positive for you. Positive growth, positive change, stay focused. Sometimes when things are changing, you can become afraid, you know, just because things are a little uncertain. It's easy to go into fear, but they're saying, like, just pull, you know, your head up. This is positive changes for you. And this is coming out too. It's saying, You have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teaching. Now, I know that sounds really intense, but to put it simply, it's saying speak your truth, you know? Being authentic is the most spiritual thing you can do. So just speak your truth in whatever way that is. Some people are called to speak out and like be political. Some people help spread their truth by singing. Some people write. Some people dance. Some people make art. Some people, there's so many ways you can express yourself in this way, but this usually relates to writing or like something to do with speaking or words, poetry, music, something like that. But it could, be any other type of art, but they're saying maybe you can flow through these changes by expressing yourself. You have a lot coming up. There's a lot of energy here. There's a lot of emotions. And so don't forget this side of you. You're very naturally artistic. If you pick this, I'm feeling like there's a lot of artistic people who pick this. And that's, a gift you have for a reason. It's a good outlet for this energy. And then I'm also seeing, you are a channel for divine healing power. So maybe you guys who picked this, maybe what's happening is you're having changes because you're like awakening to the fact that, hey, you really like to help people. Hey, you really like to heal. Maybe you're going to do a nursing program or something. Or maybe you're going to go literally become a Reiki healer. Maybe you're just going to write a book that's going to help, lift people's spirits. Or maybe you're going to, be a speaker or something. Or write children's books or something, who knows, but basically there's so many ways that you can speak your truth and you can help heal. And if you're being called to do that, obviously that's going to be a huge thing. You're going to face a lot of, you're going to feel very vulnerable. I'm obviously speaking from experience here. You're going to feel like confused. You're going to feel like kind of, you might feel also very excited though on the positive end and, inspired, and you might feel a little like, how am I going to put this all together and get this out there, but that's where this focus card comes in. It says, keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target and you will make your mark. So that's the key here. Don't focus on like all the worry and the fear. Focus on like what you're doing, like what you're actually trying to do. And trying to accomplish here, because this is like meant to be for you. This is a sign. I don't usually see these two cards together. They're the only two cards in this deck that are talking about like healing and speaking your truth, and it's just making me think that, to flow through these changes, you're gonna have to open up to this side of yourself and stay focused on like nurturing that and growing that, and like trust that this is a new path that's like meant to be for you. And just keep on keeping on. Sometimes you're going to go down here into these waters and these emotions, and that's okay, but pull yourself up as much as you can, stay above it, and stay focused. So focus is coming out. That's like your key here. If you pull anything away from this reading, you're going to take anything away from it, focus is what's going to help you flow through these changes. So I hope this helped you guys out. I don't know why, but I'm feeling called to draw one more card for everyone. So if you're still with me, I'm going to go ahead and just put this down real quick. And I'm going to draw a card from my personal deck. How can everyone flow through these changes that are in our lives right now? All of us. Okay, so I got this card. It's really interesting. It's my Triton card. It says, basically, there's a time of great reward and abundant blessings that are about to unfold. And so I think everyone feels this shift, but don't worry. Like, I've been getting signs about abundance and blessings and stuff like that. So nothing to be concerned about. It's an exciting turn of the wheel here. It says these changes will manifest in ways that may surprise you, so hold faith. So, oh my gosh, I'm gonna read this message to you guys. This is really speaking to me for where I'm at right now. Let go of your need to control. Pour all of your energy and brain power and your precious time into yourself and into your passion and on what you love. Life is so precious. Love is rare and sacred. Experience your love and your passion as you were meant to. You'll be assisted with infinite resources. Life is giving to you because you gave to it. Help to restore balance to your life by being open to receive health, wealth, and happiness. So these are good changes, you guys. Don't freak out. It's gonna be the best and for the best, all right? So if this resonated with you, I would like to know if anything I said ends up holding true for you or helping you out, then definitely let me know. I'd love to hear that. And if you're interested, I do personal readings, so check out the description below. Peace out.